We would like to understand from you what makes alumni relations alumni centric actually, and how has UA launched various initiatives for alumni centric engagement?
Yeah, this is where we all come into picture as an association. See, we have a EC committee. You know that we are all members from the alumni association. Everybody has their own viewpoint, and we have a very free platform. We meet once in a month every time, and we have a fixed schedule to meet. We have every Thursday so usually from morning 10 up to 2 o'clock we meet and we discuss, we deliberate, we discuss again. We involve the key stakeholders. Basically, the senior alumni, we take their feedback. We ask them, what do you feel if we implement this project? What do you feel? What do you think? What are your opinions? And in fact, they are very good enough. They are very kind enough. Most of them are medical professionals, doctors who are busy in their own schedule. They do reply back to us, and it's a WhatsApp world. Where the technology is at disposal. People quick to respond. Go ahead, we are there with you. These are all the points. It's not just about the programs what we plan. It's about discussing with the people, getting their opinion. Probably, we are trying to, it's a sort of direct marketing as well. We are telling, please listen to it. We are coming up with such and such initiative. What is your opinion? Indirectly we are compelling them to reply or respond to most of the initiative what we take, because we have taken their opinion. These are the positives what we have done, and you have to understand that we are all alumni, and medical, dental, nursing and physiotherapy college are all there. And what happens is, I don't have to do anything. We have a program which we have planned and we want to implement it. Most of the people are there with us. They go ahead, they start publicizing the programs. We are in Facebook, we are on Twitter, we are on Instagram, and the Alma Shines technology, easily shareable to most of the things. We are not yet on LinkedIn, but we are working towards it. Hopefully, we'll go through that as well. Most of these are easily shareable, and most of the programs which are done by us, because we are the alumni. If you can ask me, I'm the alumni. I want a newsletter. I want something from my association. What it should be. I know that they have to contact me. Probably wish my birthday wishes. Probably automated generated message goes. In fact, I had one alumni who called up around 1 o'clock in the midnight, and started telling me, sir, I have received a birthday wish from the alumni association. Small things makes a lot of changes. We are creating that the goodwill in them. And so basically, planning with the alumni and taking their opinions, and again involving all the stakeholders, that is our seniors, juniors, discussing with the faculties, the principals. The program will work. And as you can see, we have run alumni futsal tournament. You should know about this, because we are from most of our alumni is from the Kerala, Tamil Nadu, and few of them from North India, and even from northeastern states. The best part was we had divided into 6 teams, and we wanted 60 alumni had registered, and they were supposed to be there at 6:30. And we all know that we are all Indians at the end of the day. 6:30 means we will be reaching by 8 or around 7 o'clock. Trust me, for the first time, I saw 60 alumni standing at 6:30. And I was very intrigued, and I asked, how did you reach? Many of them have traveled through the trains, 2-day journey, 3-day journey. They have meticulously planned to reach on time. I don't say that it was the love for the alumni association, but it is the love for the football. At the end of the day, that's how it is. That's how we are driving. And in fact, to organize this program, we had a huge, people like, why do you want to organize? These are all the, we call it as, we call it a negative thought process. Many people had a negative thought, but we, as I said, as an EC member, we said we are going ahead with this. 60 people, it was an excellent, and there was a huge demand. and we were supposed to go for the second tournament where we had 120 registrations. We didn't know how to divide the team. 8 teams, probably it would have taken 2 days for us. So we had decided a knockout, but then COVID came. We had to postpone our second part of the tournament. But definitely we are hopeful by 2021 we'll have that our second. Basically, getting the interest. And if you look into our crowdfund projects, Alumni Ashra Initiative. Ashra is an organization which we started. We were the students. We wanted to help our poor patients. What we did was we used to collect 10 rupees per person in a month. All the students used to contribute 10 rupees in 2003. Pool in the money. We were around 3,000 students. Made that money and we started buying medicines and given to the patients. And the patient never came to know that who gave those medicines. So we named our initiative as Alumni Ashra Initiative. There are a lot of people who are interested. In fact, one alumni is contributing every month, a small amount, but he was kind enough to call me and tell me I want to contribute it for every month. So now I think last month he started donating. Every month he's donating for this initiative. And we have a student research project, which is a long pending one, just to initiate student research. When we were student, we were struggling for money if you want to do any scientific research project. Now we have many person, but alumni who are in a good position, would like to sponsor. We are getting even tremendous response for that as well. The other one is our RISE initiative, which is called as Reach Out in Support of Education. It's called as RISE, and you should know that that RISE, the slogan, the video, everything was developed by us as an alumni association, and we've been able to contribute. We've been able to collect a huge sum of money, and in fact, the same group had contributed for the infrastructure development fund as well. They said they want to contribute a small bench to the university. Then in fact I guided them. We have a such and such initiative. Why don't you contribute it? They were more than happy to contribute the amount of money to our association. And group insurance scheme. We just wanted to something for our for our alumni to have. This is one of the, as per Edelweiss is concerned, this is one of the cheapest, you can say, in terms of the EMI. What the alumni has to pay. It's a group insurance, so your parents are going to be insured at a lesser sum. Like my parent is aged around 60 now. If I have to individually buy a health insurance, it will cost me around 60 to 70,000. But in this, the equated monthly yearly installment is around 22,000, and they're in fact offering a whole lot of coverages. So basically, we are receiving a tremendous response for that. The best of the things are our reunion and end gathering events, alumni get-togethers. We had a global alumni meet in Dubai, where we had 200 participants, and reunion, we had batches from 94, 95, 96, 93, and even we had a 25-year Silver Jubilee celebrations. We had around 1,000 of our alumni coming into our campus. They all are brand named as Reunion, and any gathering which is outside our university, which happens, we call it as N gathering. So it's everything in Enapoya starts with N. So we've been branding this, most of our initiative with regard to the N.
I see.
So most of these initiatives have been well received, well thought out, and we are getting a tremendous response. And basically, when we are having the reunion and end gathering, we do not take any money from them. We try to sponsor it from our end. In fact, we had around 1,000 and 1,500 people, or more than 2,000, 3,000 people who have come in. The one thing they appreciate is that,
I see.
that we are not collecting any fund as such. As of now, I'm not telling that we are going to do continuously for a long duration of time. You have to understand that we are building up something. There's always a give and take policy.
I see. Makes sense.
Yep.
All right. So that was a very enlightening explanation. I'm sure all our participants would have got a clarity on what brings alumni back to their alma mater. Like, as we understood that it's more about inclusivity of the alumni in planning the initiatives, in planning our activities, and something which can help them connect back, which can help them connect back with their experiences during their college times, or which can help them connect back with their friends, batchmates, peers. So I think these are some of the key things that every alumni body should ensure in order to sustain alumni centric engagement altogether. Now,